Hello students, today we are going to study the charging and discharging of a capacitor. So in my last session, offline session, we have seen capacitor is an element with two metallic plates separated by a dielectric medium. So here, as shown in the figure, you can see the cursor. So this is positive plate of the capacitor after charging, and this is the negative plate of the capacitor. So charging part I have already covered in the last session, but again I will revise in a brief. This is electromotive force, battery connected externally to the capacitor. So this is a positive plate, this is a negative plate. We are saying there is a EMF of the battery. So EMF is the electromotive force. So it is a kind of force, it is applied when the circuit is in a closed loop. So this is a capacitor connected in series with a resistor, and it is connected to a battery. So due to the effect of electromotive force, the positive plate will pull electrons from this plate, which is neutral at the start. So electrons will move from positive plate of the capacitor to the positive plate of the battery. So more and more electrons are pulled out from this plate. So this plate will become more and more positively charged as the time passes. Whereas this electrons comes here and it will be available at the negative terminal of the battery. So excess electrons at the negative terminal of the battery, they are repelled, because we have seen the law, like charges repel each other. So these charges will be thrown away from this plate of the battery to the plate of a capacitor. So here more and more electrons are there. So this plate is more and more negatively charged as the time passes. So this is called as a charging process of a capacitor. Now when it is going to be stopped, so when the potential difference across a battery and the potential difference across the capacitor will become same, that time charging will stop. So this is a charging process. In the similar way, this is a discharging process, wherein now the charged capacitor will act as a source. So this is our source, and this resistor RD is a discharged resistor which will act as a load. So here this charged capacitor will act as a battery here, and current can flow from positive terminal of the battery to the negative terminal. So here capacitor discharge, during discharge time of the capacitor, it acts as a power source, and current will flow through this resistor, and it could be observed in the form of a dissipation, heat dissipation. So this is a discharge. Let us see how the curves are. So you can see here charging and discharging of a capacitor. So this is a charging waveform and this is a discharging waveform. During charge, at time t equal to 0, it starts charging. So this is a voltage curve which moves from 0 to Vc. Vc means it is fully charged. And current will be exactly opposite to that of the current. When it is a, this is the maximum current which could be delivered by a capacitor, it goes on decreasing. And it will be 0 when it is fully discharged. So the time constant is the time required to charge a capacitor, which is given by 63.2% of the total charging voltage, or it is 30% of the discharging. So if we measure the time from 0 for the voltage, it is 63%, whereas if it is a current, then it is around 33%. That is a charging time constant, which is calculated tau C equal to RC into C. So we must be knowing with the resistance value and the capacitor value, product of it will give us the time constant. So this is what the charging and discharging characteristics. This is charging for voltage and current. This is a discharging, because during discharge voltage will be maximum because it acts as a source, and as it goes on discharging, voltage will go on reducing and it will reach to 0. And this is a current graph. Current also go on decreasing. If it is discharged, it cannot deliver any voltage or the current. I hope you have understood the charging and discharging of the capacitor. That's all. Thank you.